So that was weird. I've had my computer crash before, but I've never had it crash the way this does. Because it didn't even really crash. It like just froze. I had to completely reboot it. I've not seen my recording PC do that before. Entering the Nyzul. Oh. Wow. Let me spell that right. Well, we all know my English is horrible anyway. It's English. Leader. I really should have sub thief for this. You get radar and having flee. That was definitely nice when I did that. Hello. How's it going, Lionheart? Alright, where is... Okay, so... There we go. We got the NM and the leader right here. It's always good to hear. Oh, screw you. It's right to be scared of my presence. I am on Azura. Specified enemies. Nice. 3 puddings in here. Hopefully that's like all of them. Well, that's not a pudding. Why can't you get your account? Did you lose your ID? Because as long as you have your, whatever your, it was an 8-digit ID is, and I think you have some way of proving that you know, the owner of the account, you can have the password reset. Typically, you would need to prove it through some type of billing process. Typically, I don't know, the credit card that you had before, but I mean, chances are it's expired at this point, but... Alright. Just need to die. There's more. And you don't have your, I mean, I still remember, I never forgot my ID, like all the numbers, but, even then, you don't have your, like, the game and all the information with it. I mean, yeah, it sucks if, you know, you can't get it. They should make some way how to, like, recover that. If you were around when they made the, oh, there it is, nice. If you were around when they changed it so you have the, like, Square Enix ID, where you could, like, pick your ID, you might be able to log in to play online, and I mean on the website, not actually, like, play online installed on the game, and actually possibly get it that way. As an option. I think it's called Mog Station. After this run, I'll check, see if I can find the URL. Like I said, if you were around and you remember your Square Enix ID, you might be able to get it that way. Specified enemy. Oh. I don't even know this NM. Where are you from? Huh. So what are you dropping? Some kind of a dagger? Huh. Are I just going a big freaking circle? Really? There it is. I'm getting bad floors. Interesting to see if I can even clear 10. No, not everything's soloable. But I mean, most things are, like... I'm trying to think, what's not soloable, like... There's some events where you need at least 3 people also. Like, you need at least 3 people to do everything. If you can have 3 actual player characters, then there's nothing restricted. But then clearing some stuff with 3 people, that would be... You typically want... if you have 6 people, you can clear any content. There's really no content that's not clearable if you can have just a party of 6. Of good players, it's top end, but oof, this is a big floor. But yeah, a lot of stuff is soloable. Trying to think what's Omen. And even Omen's soloable, but Omen bosses you're gonna need people for. Although I've seen some videos of someone soloing some of the Omen bosses, which is with trusts, but that's quite impressive. Delve is soloable, but you still need 3 people to enter. What's it called? Can I think of... Incursion is something else you need 3 people for, but I know you can solo Incursion if you do it right. It would probably take a long time to clear one floor, but it's still something you can do. Where are the frogs? Ooh. Can't I think of what the one event is called? Use the befouled water to get in there. It's in Outer Rekosner. Well, it depends. So you're saying you just started yesterday with what? A brand new character? Like, what level are you? I mean, like, are you returning? I mean, that's really the question is where you're at in the game, because it's depending where you're at, you should be doing any number of different things. Oh my gosh, this floor is huge. Yeah, I might just go 5 floors and exit. At this point, I'm so, like, lost. Not even sure where the rune is if I do get it cleared. So that would connect there, so it should be open on that side. Okay, there's an enemy. There. Alright, sweet. Now I just gotta find where the, oh. Right by the start, too. I don't even know what floor am I on now. $25, so I gotta clear this floor. I feel like with time I should just exit. Well, then again, looking at it, no. I keep going. Depending on how much time to enter, I still have some time left. V. No one giving me any weapons. Specified enemies. No, it's these. The rats. Jeez, inventory's full. Yeah, I haven't taken the time to clean it out. I have so much junk. What I need to do is just move all the dynamite stuff. Radar would be so helpful at this point. Yeah. I should be doing Omen, but I gotta go through and do so many missions. And I've just been either busy with real life or busy doing like other campaigns. I did Master Thief on my main last night, which I was definitely happy about. I also got points, a decent amount of points on my war. I think I'm like 100 and... Actually no, I think I'm like 250 points away from Master for war. Which is definitely sweet. I do not remember where the rune is. Clearly going the wrong way. There it is. Need to hurry. That's cool. It's always fun when you do stuff like that. It's like when you say that, the one thing that I remembered is, like, back in the day, was it Joy Toy NM? I remember, my friend really wanted it for their Paladin, and they got the Time of Death, and, were camping it. And so then they were like, oh, it's up. So by the time I got there, there was a party of 6 fighting it. And they fought it for a while and ended up wiping. Oh, all enemies? Okay. So fell cleave. And then they ended up wiping to it. And then my friend who was trying to get it was on Bard. They were on Bard Bard White Mage, and I was on Thief Nin. And they were just literally giving me, what is it, evasion songs, just so I could just dodge and keep shadows up, and we took it. And it was just funny, too, because the party of 6, like, got all upset, and they were like, and it wasn't like, oh, like, they started wiping and it went unclaimed, and we grabbed it, because we didn't want to have any kind of question. Like, they died, we let it move back and let it regen a tick, then we claimed it. And then they were like complaining, they were like, oh, it's ours. It's like, no, you guys completely wiped to it. It's, you can't, you know, try and claim when everyone's dead and it's just sitting there unclaimed and has the chance to even get health back. that it's somehow yours. And I just know they were upset that, you know, we took it as 2 people, that they couldn't take it as 6. I think I did that with, was it, I think it was Ungar, I think was it, the Wyvern NM in Guztev Tunnel. Yeah. I mean, I can see him getting upset if, like, they started to wipe and then it went unclaimed and then we grabbed it. Like, I can understand that being BS and them getting upset, but it's like, when you guys completely wiped and it sits there, it's like, you guys have no leg to stand on for trying to be like, we took it and, you know, it's their NM. Like, no. This is gonna be close. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I was in a party with my thief. Wasn't getting it off too often because it was like a it was a magic burst party, so the Geo wasn't, you know, giving DD bubbles, but I was still getting like 30 to 50k umbrals whenever I was getting that popping off. It wasn't consistent because most of the time I was popping Rudra Storm to you know, skill chain Darkness. But let's see. Ugh, specific order, that's not cool. Depending on how many lamps there are, this is gonna be tight. Oh, that's... Okay, so that loops around. There's 2 in there. Okay, and there's 1 in here. Hopefully that's it. If that's the case, I can probably clear this. Ugh. Okay, so it's like, how many are there? Well, this is not good. Wait, what the heck? Great, so none of them are right. Alright, so that was the first one I hit. And it's over. Son of a gun. That really sucks. Yeah, like I said, I should have exited at 5. It just wasn't going well. Got a lot of floors that were just long floors. I can't do Omen on Cauliflaw. I mean, I could hop on my main, but I'm not really, you know, dying to get Omen cards on my main at this point. I have them on most of the jobs I want. The next job I'm going to be focusing on is Thief, but I mean, I appreciate the offer, but it's getting late and I'm pretty beat because it's been a long week at work. But I'm going to have to pass on that offer, but thanks. Definitely feel free to offer next time. If I'm up for it next time, you know, I might be down. I'm actually surprised I've had the stream go this long anyway, because I was kind of just wanting to take a nap. I was talking to my roommate and was basically like, I was like, I don't want to live stream. I'm like, and they were like, well, what do you want to do if you're not going to live stream? I'm like, go to bed. But I am glad I got on. I actually am happy, got some really good progress for Ambuscade. I'm going to do probably one more run of this and then, you know, call it a night. That really sucks though. I should have exited at 5 floors when I said before. I'm like cutting it close. No, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't have access. I have so many missions to do, it's not even funny. I'm only on, like, what even mission am I on? Let's see. For, yeah, Spirit Awoken, like... Yeah, so I just started Chapter 2. And the thing is, I know I'm not even that far off, where I'm gonna hit a wall where I gotta go through like Zillert and COP missions and Adeline missions and Wings of the Goddess missions. Because I know you need to get a certain point in them before you can even progress through Rhapsody missions. So I mean, I have a lot of missions to go through. I've been meaning to do it, but like I said, just either real life or there's just been other things in the game that I've wanted to do, like on my main. Like right now with all the campaigns going, trying to knock that out. Make sure, you know, you get ambuscaded and get all the stuff out of that. So like that's just been taking precedence for me sitting down and going through missions on my mule. My plan is to hopefully knock that out once the campaigns are off. Hopefully I'll have all the points that I want on both characters for Ambuscade, so I don't have to worry about that. And then in that downtime I'll go and knock out missions on her, because I don't think it'll take me long. I think we used to get people sky access back in the day in one day. I mean, granted, it was an all-day event. We would start at like 11 a.m. and it would be like 10 p.m. at night when we were getting people sky access. But that was when you had to do all the manual running around. You'd often like get to whatever headstone and you'd have stragglers and you would just have to sit there and wait 5 minutes for each person, and then you're trying to teleport people around. So I think I could probably get Sky Access, which isn't all of Zillert's done, probably in under 2 hours, considering we have all the home points and survival guide warps and everything. So I don't think that'll be that long. COP, I wouldn't even know how to judge how long COP is. Plus, I think COP has some, ooh, Undead Floor. I think COP has some, wait times. Where you have to wait. Alright, there's casters. I'm gonna lose hate if I don't kill them. I can't remember, but I think like you get to a certain point in certain missions, there's wait times. I know that's the case for Wings of the Goddess, but luckily I don't think you have to be too far in Wings of the Goddess. Adeline, I know you gotta be a decent bit into Adeline. I don't even really remember them. I don't think there's anything that I need to be for this, for Whitegate. Because I think, was it the only thing to really do for Whitegate missions is to do assaults. I mean, I know for each tier assault afterwards you have to do some kind of a quest to rank up. And yeah, I should have subbed Thief. Still more mobs? Ha! Eastern Shadow. God, how much time I wasted camping this asshole. So much time. I think my link shell got a bow off of it, and then it went to my one buddy. I think we like lent it around and traded, but it was mainly his. Specific enemies. Alright, let me try and keep track. I haven't been keeping track of where the rune is. I'm getting lost. Yeah, the campaign this month is just ridiculous. Also, domain invasion. I was doing a lot of domain invasion the other day. It's gonna be you. Although, what if the domain invasion isn't going on? I don't know why they have it so it was like... You have campaign for a week, then campaign not for a week, then you have the campaign going again. Like, I don't get what is the point of all these staggering... that they did. That was weird. Dead end. Oh, I didn't see it's done. Alright then. I think it was this way, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, I know COP back in the day. I remember some people were like, oh, like they hadn't even started it, and they were like, oh, I want to get C access. That's something we can do over a weekend, right? And we all are like, no. Like, that's something that takes weeks, dude. Like, literally, it took, back in the day, probably... You could probably knock it out in 1 week if you were actively trying. You could probably knock it out over a weekend at this point, but it's gonna be probably... You're gonna have at least probably 1 full day working on it, I would think. I don't know, it'll be interesting going through it. God, promies. I remember doing promies back in the day, you know, with pickup group and shouts. And we spent like half the night farming. Just to use the items to make the bosses easier, and then cleared, I think, what is it, like the one night we just cleared two zones, and then it was like, I don't know, it was later in the week we like cleared the other one. But I remember one of the zones was giving us trouble also. Enemy leader. See if we can lose these guys. Oh, I'm not gonna lose them if I gotta double back. I didn't mind it. It's nice that the level cap's off now. The level caps have been off for a while, but I didn't mind the level cap stuff because it was nice that it was like you could progress through missions while leveling up. Oh, there you are. But I mean, some of it did get annoying. I remember Snow. God. I remember trying to drag people through Snow, and we had a couple people who were like main thief and only had thief. And yeah, for Snow, considering that's just like a Zerg damage fight, it was definitely brutal trying to drag two thieves through Snow. What was it? It's Snow. No, Snow 60. I think it was 50 at first, but no, it's 60. Alright, puddings. Oh, well, there's a weapon. don't even think I've done OU. That's the thing, I have an OU pop. I've been waiting to find a group, and I'm gonna lock a necklace. Try and get that for my core. Wait, what is the... Alright, it's the thing. Oh. For my main, yeah. Get regal necklace for my main. Because my core is actually ridiculous. It doesn't even have a lot of... Actually, I mean, it probably has like 900 job points. But I mean, I was getting like... doing like Sinister Reign and other content, and people were like, dude, your core is ridiculous. Because I was doing just retarded Savage Blade damage. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I only have like 200 job points. And they're like, what? They're like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I only have like 200 job points. They're like, wow, it's going to be awesome. And then, what is it? Got Pixie Hairpin. That just pushed damage up. I was in a CP party, I don't know, last week on my core. And I was definitely hitting like 50 to 60k leaden salutes. Which is pretty sick. That, what is it? The TP bonus gun from Magian Trials? I mean, that's basically like the equivalent of a relic for Corsair. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to get it. Did that... Oh. I'm completing the objectives and not seeing it in my log for whatever reason. Yeah, I have Aeonic Gun for core also is the thing. Like, it's not even master and have Aeonic for it. It's pretty nice. The funny thing is, in the party I wasn't even using it. I was using my TP gun because I wasn't, you know, range attacking. And so I was getting the bonus TP for leaden salute. Specific enemy. Oh, nice. I hate the don't aggro gears. And the only thing I really want from OU is the ring and necklace. And I've looked at the other stuff and it's nice, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Personally. I did just the other day get the I don't remember the name of the ring, but the ring with quad attack on it drops from FU. Was super happy about that. Been trying to get that for a while. See, these floors are so much better than my last run. All enemies. Oh geez, judging by this floor already, it seems like this floor would have really stunk back in the day. Well, maybe not, it's not that big. So that wasn't all floor, that was really small. Yeah, I have, for my main, I have, +3, AF body, feet and legs. I want to get, what is it? I think it's Relic Head. Because that's, I think it has, 10% weapon skill also, the head. I think it's the head. For Relic. I haven't done too much of the new Dynamis. I did it some when it first come out, and I just haven't had time to really do it. I want to try and figure out a way how to clear with just doing it with 3 people. My thought process is to go in there, have one person break off from the party, form their own party with trusts, and then have the other 2 people, you know, focus on burning them down. Probably the person solo would likely be like a black mage or something. And, be the sleeper, while the other people would probably be like Geo and, some kind of a DD. Like a DD that can tank. And I think you could, if it was done right and well, coordinated and organized, I think you could clear and farm decently up to the mid-boss. I don't think you'd clear the main boss. Wait, what was the objective for this floor? A specified enemy. I'm not even checking the enemies. Come back here, Blood Tier. Yeah, actually I could see that. I could see core and then like a DD instead of Geo. That would make sense, because then you have a buffer, but you have a buffer that's also can do ridiculous damage. I'm not worried about that. Crappy headpiece. Is this the room I was just in? Apparently not. I mean, it depends what you get for lamp floor. Sorry, I didn't see your comment before because I've been focusing. Oh, Western Shadow. Although I have Retaliators, so... I mean, they changed lamps. I can't remember. Oh, Orc Trap. And all the NMs, but not getting any of the drops. So they changed lamp floors and made them easy. But I mean, Order's probably gonna be the worst. And I could see you getting a floor where Order wouldn't actually be too bad. But like I had a floor earlier, had four lamps for Order, and they were in 2 groups of 2, with the pair being pretty far spread out. And I just had a bunch of bad floors anyway, and ended up not clearing it. Which sucks, but, you know, what can you do? Oh yeah, I used to love this back in the day. I would come Scholar and main heal for this, which was awesome because if need be, I could switch to Dark Arts and Nuke. And then Yellows would come Sam. Their Sam was ridiculous back in the day. Because I know they had Haggun, and then eventually, well, I think we were still doing it, and they, by the time they got the OAT, oh crap. I meant to exit. Have I gotten a 10-minute warning? So just gather you guys up. Perfect. You're all casting spikes. Yeah, I always ran Scholar for this event just because, like I said, could heal and or nuke. Just nice to have the utility. Sure, I didn't miss time. Now I'm torn. Because this run's been going so well, should I keep going and try and hit 35? I'm just scared if I get, like if I miss the 10-minute warning. Yeah, I mean, this game is amazing. It's just got so much to it. I mean, I quit for years, and it's been fun coming back. And it's not I mean, it is an MMO, so it's a time sink. It's always going to be a time sink, but it's not the time sink that it like used to be. I mean, heck, the character I'm playing right now is the perfect example of this. This is Mule, not even 2 months ago, who didn't level at all. The only job that she had leveled up was level 5 Monk, and I haven't even touched Monk since I started playing. Well, I think I'm just gonna leave when I clear this floor. I'm not even gonna risk it. But and just a little over, it's been about 2.5 months since I started actually trying to level her up and progress. And besides just having content locked because I haven't gone through missions, which at this point missions are easy enough to go do solo, she can compete in Endgame. Like I was doing Ambuscade D, which is there's only one higher difficulty for that neck. We actually even tried the highest difficulty level, and I even performed, you know, fine. The reason we lost was actually because of other people. If we had other people performing better in the group, we would have actually cleared very difficult, which would have been, you know, the highest difficulty there was. And so in just that short amount of time, she's competing in Endgame. And I don't even know of what other MMOs you could do that, especially since I think the only thing that I've done in a group with her so far has been Ambuscade. I'm trying to think if there's been anything else I've done in a party with her with. I done in a party with. I don't think so. Oh, I did do some Unity NMs actually with a group, which would have been Sovereign Behemoth and was it Carousing Celine, which is essentially a high level Cassie. Yeah, exactly. It's so much fun. Well, got to 31. This is annoying. I haven't gotten any weapons, but then again, I think I'm gonna do one more run, but I'm gonna sub thief this time. I'm gonna clean out my inventory too. Flea, radar, and TH I think will go a long way. Do one more run if it goes well. Should be able to get to the boss floor. And gosh, the way it's going and getting drops, to get my great axe I'll have to get to floor 100. I don't even know. Do you get whatever the standing is in Nyzul? Not even sure if you do or not. Keeping that meteorite for the quest so I can open the door in quicksand caves. D went well once we split the mobs. The party at first was trying to do it, and normal was fine. Was where we had White Mage, Bard, Geo, Paladin, and then 2 wars. Obviously, me being one of the wars, and at first they wanted to do it where me and the other war were gonna burn down the mega boss. They really wanted to take the mega boss out first, which on lower difficulties I can see the advantage for it because you can definitely blow it up really quick. And we did normal and that wasn't really a problem. Once we went up to difficult, We just couldn't do it. Double bomb toss just wiped the paladin, and it just happened too many times. So then we switched up, so the other war was fighting the mega boss. I pulled the Dark Knight off to the side and was tanking the Dark Knight while the paladin was holding the warrior. And once we did that, everything was going fine. And I don't think we lost a D run once we started doing it that way. I think we won every single time. What? Of course, the one drop that ends up actually, or the one thing that ends up changing ends up being the drop, and because I already have it, bam, it just gets lost to the void. The funny thing is, it's the rare exchange version? I'm seeing that. It's Empress? I thought it was the rare version that you got from this. Actually, no, I guess it makes sense. It's going to be the one from the NM, not the one you're going to get from the BCNM. That's funny, though. Were they? I never played blue back in the day. Never got around to it. I think I took it to 40, but I probably took it to 40 either solo or duo, and then just kind of farmed spells as I went. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm solo. I don't have to be style locked. Actually, probably not being style locked would be good if I end up getting like an off floor and I try and pull all the mobs. Being able to blink is good. But yeah, the funny thing is, what is it? For one of the last runs, they wanted to try very difficult. And, they almost killed the one war, almost killed the Mega Boss, but the problem was support just wasn't keeping up. I don't want to go to Adeline. Like spacing out here. Because there was a good bit where I was paralyzed. Apparently from chat it looked like the Paladin was paralyzed a lot. And, actually that's what really wiped us, was the, one of the mobs just started running all over the place, and I'm assuming it was the war, the Ravager, that the Paladin had, and once it started running all over the place, you know, runs in range of, like, mine and the war's mobs, so now they have aura, and then, oh, they're doing more damage, and, yeah, it just kind of fell apart at that point. But I mean, yeah, support wasn't a good job keeping debuffs off of us. And that was consistent across most of the runs. I think that was just the biggest problem. I think we could have cleared VD. We might have even wiped. And if everyone would have actually stayed in, we could have probably recovered because we would have killed 1 or 2 mobs. And I think we could have cleared it if support was doing a better job keeping debuffs off. I know I had some debuffs off, like negative accuracy. Heck, I mean, at one point I know the Dark Knight had stuff that could have been dispelled, and I even said something in chat. No one did anything about it, and it's like, what can you do at that point? Yeah, sadly, I know, Yells is complaining about that, like, vast majority of mobs in Ambuscade just resist lead and salute. What? I thought I just picked the armband up. Did he ever get your paladin, did he ever get double bomb tossed? Because, like, I've done multiple different groups at this point, between my main and my mule, and the paladin not had really any problems holding the mobs, aside from status effects, except for they'll both do a bomb toss at the same time, and that seems to just instant wipe. And I'm talking paladins that have more than 3k HP. If he never double bomb tossed, then, you know, it wouldn't have been an issue for us. The funny thing is, it seemed to happen like about 50% of the time. But I mean, it also, if you're killing like the mega boss really quick, then they're not getting a chance. Obviously, if you're taking a long time, the longer you're taking, the more opportunity they have to do that. So. Oh, did I end up making a... So I do have one, but that's... Well, I don't mean the bombers that come out from the mega boss. I mean that the ads did bomb toss, and both of them doing bomb toss simultaneously would wipe the paladin. So that's kind of independent of it. But of course, if you're, again, zerging down the boss really fast, you're then obviously going to go grab one of the ads. And as soon as you do that, well, then that's not going to happen. It's a moot point. But it's not the dirty bomb, and I can't even remember what the other one is. That wasn't what I was referring to. I was just referring to both the ads doing bomb toss at the same time. That's what would wipe. There he is. Well, that's what was causing the wipe. But of course, if you have ridiculous kill speed before they even have a chance to do anything, you're not going to have a problem. I mean, that's really good. We were... I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I think we were like 8 to 10 minutes. The thing is, I was actually, when I was tanking the Dark Knight, I was being quite defensive. I could have probably been much more aggressive than I was, and that would have sped things up slightly. I was even surprised. On VD, I mean, yeah, it was the Dark Knight with a Kraken Club, so he's swinging fast. But he was basically, like, hitting me for about 30 damage. It was, like, nothing. I'm trying to get the Great Axe so I can get King's Justice is the main focus. Obviously, getting full climb and getting, is it the Runic Disc? I don't think it's Runic. Whatever you get for clearing 100 would be nice also, but that's not the main goal. If I ended up getting the Great Axe off of the off of an NM, I probably wouldn't do Nyzul again for a long time. At least not until I'm trying to make videos explaining how to do all the prerequisites to get Mythic, because I do plan on doing that, making like a Nyzul Isle guide, making an Enherjar guide. Or in Harryar, however that's pronounced. Showing the NMs, like Medusa and all them, how to get access to them and kill them. Right, I don't have hostages on Thief. I'm not gonna make a Mythic. Not on my mule. It's way... If I'm gonna make another Mythic, probably the next Mythic I would make would be Burt Gang, and that would be on my main. I'm definitely not gonna make a Mythic on my mule. Relics are fine because they're cheap and pretty easy to make, especially since I already made one. I need to actually take the time and level it up though. But no, I do plan on making, like I said, using her to make guides. For how to make a Mythic, how to, like I said, clear all the prerequisites. But at the rate I'm going, I'm probably gonna have to get floor 100 to get it. Very true, but I mean, it's honestly not that bad in terms of money getting it to 119. It's the real cost is the afterglow, is the plutons. So at this point, it's probably what? From where I'm at now to finish, it's probably like, well, not. Get it to 119 non-afterglow is probably like 5 mil. Which I only have 3 mil in the character, but I probably have close to 15 mil worth of stuff that I'm waiting to sell on the auction house. So that's not really much of a concern in terms of Gil until I get to needing all the Pluton. That's gonna be a bit. The Empyrean hand-to-hand. I have a 90 version of that on my main. I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade it more than that because 1,500 heavy metal plates. I don't know what SE was thinking with that. It's not that bad now, but I mean, back in the day when it was first released, it was like, really? You want us to get 1,500 heavy metal plates to upgrade this thing? Like, you're freaking kidding me. Yeah, my own chain's level 90, and there's not really much of a I mean, you're only getting VIT. By upping O-Chain's level. It's not really worth it. You're not, like, getting increased shield block. So getting O-Chain to level 90 is... It's more than adequate for Paladin. I don't plan on taking it past 90. Oh, man. I mean, I think it's a good weapon. I mean, I do think it's overrated, but, just wanted to do a relic. I figured it was better to do than, what was it, Brava. And that's basically the reason. Wasn't really any particular reason, just kind of show, because the whole point of me leveling up this mule was to kind of show a path for new players or even returning players that maybe have only been to 75 to show progression, and also just to show it's not terribly hard. It's like, if in just 2 months of me playing the game, putting in about maybe 2 hours on average a day on this character, you know, that I've been able to progress this far. What was I even do? Oh, all enemies. Wow. You know, it was more to try and help and encourage people than anything else. And it is a good weapon, but it's... What weapon are you even talking? You're saying that's for 30 or 25 mil that's better than Ragnarok. You talking that +1 weapon that like drains your MP to give you TP? Because from my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, I've never used it or really even seen one in action, but it's only really useful if you have some way of being fed MP, which if you're doing a longer fight, not a Zerg fight, that's not. Alright, sorry about that. Program crashed again. That time it actually crashed, it wasn't a freeze up. But see, I'd want to actually see that. I haven't really seen that item and weapon in action. I guess I'll have to look at the stats, but I mean, I still don't know if I even really believe that it's better than if you're keeping up Aftermath. I know I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, that looks good and all, but eh? I mean, heck, back before that was even out, people were like saying, oh, Ragnarok's by far the best weapon in the game, it's the highest damage, this, that, and the other. And... a second, sorry. Leader... too busy talking, not paying attention. There he is. Yeah, I know people were saying, oh, Ragnarok was the best, but the thing is, I had gone up against Ragnaroks with my war on my main, who has, you know, the Empyrean Great Axe, and I was doing more damage than them. And it's like, I don't get what everyone's screaming about, saying, oh, it's the best. I mean, maybe it is. I like I said, I'd want to see. And even then, it's like, okay, so let's even say it is the best and it's better than Ragnarok. Okay, and yeah, you can get it for cheaper, but how much better is it? I mean, are you... if you were in a party and parsing out, are you going to be doing, what, 5% more damage? Is it really that much more amazing? I mean, I get it, it's cheaper to get, but eh. You know, I just lost where I'm at. Like, whenever I've played this game, I've never been all about, oh, I need to have the best, and, like, I really hate the whole term best in slot. Because just the way this game works, so many different things are situational. Things are, you know, what's going to be best is going to really come down to the situation. So, whenever someone's like, best in slot, unless it's just in pretty much every situation going to be dominating, I really don't like using it. I really don't like the term best in slot for this game. Like, I understand it in 14, especially since you, like, your gear's locked and you can't change it once you start combat or something. But, like, that's my thought. I've just always been all about trying to just, you know, do the best you can, do it the best with what you have, and, yeah. And the funny thing is, and in doing that, most of the time back in the day, and even current day, I'll win parses a lot of the time. And I don't even use third-party tools. I know other people use third-party tools to try to get an advantage. I'm not using any tools, just playing the game naturally, and I do outperform people. Like, it's just about doing, you know, it's just about doing the best with what you have, is the way I look at it. And having fun, enjoying what you're doing. Well, yeah, I get that, because Scourge sucks. Most other weapon skills for Great Sword, I mean, Ground Strike's alright. But I get it's all about resolution, but I mean, still getting the aftermath up, because that's upping your crit rate, that's going to make resolution even better. Like I said, I'll have to sit down and look at the stats on that one, the new greatsword. But it's more for enjoyment. Like I said, I'm not really trying, like... I mean, granted, yes, I had Empyrean Great Axe on my war from back in Abyssia days, before they, you know, added item level and stuff. Because I know some people have been like, why do you have that? Like, why didn't you do Ragnarok instead of that? It's like, well, I had it already, but I mean, you know, I still might have done it. I don't know, I might have, might not, depends, because, like I said, the whole heavy metal plate stage is just kind of, Well, I get that. If you can somehow stay at, keep your MP up, so you're getting that TP gain, because then you're able to probably weapon skill almost non-stop. Then yeah, I get how that is superior, but in some situations I don't think that's sustainable. Again, in some situations. I'm sure in some situations you can set up stuff so it is sustainable. But again, shit situational. And the biggest thing that I think come out in the day, instead of just trying to be like, oh, having the best stuff, is just having fun. You know, making ultimate weapons, you know, is fun. Sadly, on this server, you're probably even going to get invites more by being like, by having a Rima, as they say it, as opposed to, that anyway. But, 37, 10 minutes left. This is going to be close. Luckily, floor 40 is going to be, so I probably have a little over 8 minutes to essentially clear 2 floors. Nice. Oops. It doesn't? I thought it does. Because that wasn't that kind of the whole point? I don't know. doesn't make sense. It crits with Mighty Strikes. I get because Mighty Strikes is making it 100%, but then it doesn't crit naturally. I don't know if I believe that. Again, that would be something I'd want to test. Because I don't get, if it doesn't crit at all, then it shouldn't crit at all. It shouldn't crit just because you have Mighty Strikes. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, 5 minutes. Come on. So I have to full clear this and then kill the boss. This isn't looking good because this looks like a really big freaking floor. Ah, stupid freaking mage. Yes, but again, that's forcing it to be 100%. It's like, it's the weapon skill can, I don't, anyway, I'm not gonna sit here and try and argue with it, especially because I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe what you're saying, to be fair. Especially because I've used resolution not a ton, but I've definitely seen times where it spikes up. And that's typically gonna happen because of crits. I mean, that's typically when you're seeing a big jump on any weapon skill, it's because of crits. Well, I get that too, because it's a multi-hit. You know, the more hits you hit, you're gonna get. And of course, if you're getting like a double attack or triple attack on the weapon skill, yeah, of course, getting more hits is gonna increase. But man, this is not looking good. Freaking kidding me. So, I believe then the only way I haven't gone is this way. Shit. Alright, can I at least make it back so this wasn't a waste? There's no way I have time to go up to 40. Against the clock. I'm going the wrong way. Sweet. Still no weapons, but man, it's past midnight. I did not realize that. So no, I don't want to pick that up because then if I have to use the rune reporter for something else, it's going to immediately dump me into Nyzul. And then you also can't leave the staging point. So let's see, am I gonna get... Typically always get like the actual ring, considering the ring's garbage. No, just got a leather ring. Off of those ghost NMs, it's like negative stats on the ring. Nice thing about it is at least it NPCs for a little more. There's a CP party. That I'm falling asleep, or I might want to actually jump on that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the stream up here because, like I said, I'm falling asleep. But it was definitely a successful night. Made some ambuscade progress. Too bad I didn't make better progress on my Nyzul climb, but at the rate I'm going, it's looking like I'm gonna have to get the 4100 to get the Great Axe. But yep. So I'm gonna head out and get some sleep. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream and have a good night.